Are we live? Good evening, friends. Good evening, friends. This is your friend Meenal here. And today we're going to talk about positive psychology and happiness. Now, you may wonder, आप सोचेंगे positive psychology, happiness है क्या? And what is psychology? You must have heard, but ये positive psychology क्या है? So it is nothing but a stream of psychology, जो later on was evolved. PSI, we had scientists working on it, and जनरली क्या होता है when it comes to psychology and all, हमको क्या समझ में आता है, क्या बोला जाता है that when you are going through depression, anxiety or panic attack or any such negative emotions को handle करने के लिए we have psychiatrists, we have a stream of psychology that deals and that talks about it and helps you come out of it. जैसे किसी को डिप्रेशन है या किसी को एंजाइटी है तो हमें पता है कि साइकोलॉजिस्ट होते हैं, साइकियाट्रिस्ट होते हैं, इनफैक्ट दैट इज द स्ट्रीम ऑफ साइकोलॉजी. वो साइकियाट्रिस्ट आपके साथ काउंसलिंग करेंगे, दे विल गिव यू मेडिसिन और व्हाटएवर इज रिक्वायर्ड बेस्ड ऑन your level or whatever you're going through. उसके हिसाब से they will advise you some medication, some counseling or whatever is required. Now, what has happened is हर वक्त every time we just focus on the negative emotions. What is happening is हमारे positive emotions भी तो है ना, they form the major, and these positive emotions and these positive thoughts only are the ones which help us sustain. So they were getting neglected. So positive psychology doesn't mean कि आप happy हो जाएंगे. That doesn't guarantee happiness. It is only a means by which you can be happy, you can be happier. Be happy नहीं होता, happy तो सब होते हैं, खुश तो सभी होते हैं. But we need to understand how can you become happier, right? And इसमें हो क्या रहा है कि suppose if somebody is dealing with depression or anxiety, you're going through your sessions, you're meeting your doctor, taking the required medication. Like any negative emotion or negative feeling that you're going through is in the minus when we rate it from on the scale of 0 to 1. So it is on the minus side. So when you do your depression therapy, when you do your anxiety therapy, or whatever therapy you're doing, through that you come to 0. Now 0 say, but that doesn't mean if you have overcome anxiety, if you have overcome depression, that doesn't mean you are happy or you have reached that positive state of mind. So here is where positive psychology plays an important role. So when you come at 0 with the help of therapy, with the help of medicines, and you inculcate or imbibe into positive psychology, from 0 you will go to 1 to 5, 1 to 4, 1 to 3. So it's all very important and everything is interlinked. So today we will understand, हम ये समझेंगे कि हम what is it that we need to do. Again, positive psychology doesn't guarantee you happiness. Like suppose I'll give you a very small example, right? Now, if viral is in air, now currently in India it is October and we all have this, the season change. The October heat is very harsh and monsoons have ended and October heat has started. So this is a climate change and many people fall sick. People who fall sick go to the doctor. If in a family there are 4 people, 2 people will be severely sick, 2 people will not be affected. Why? Because their immunity is strong. So how does your strong immunity help you from not falling sick? Your internal cells are stronger. So anything that comes, any infection coming from outside doesn't affect you. Same way, your positive psychology, when we get into that mental part of it, if your mental immune system is strong, anything happening outside, people not working your way, situations not being your way, you will not be, you may or you may not get disturbed. In case if you're getting disturbed, you will have the strength or you will have the potential, you will be ability to cope with that, what is happening outside. This is the role of positive psychology. And this is how it improves and it enhances your mental immunity. I think अभी समझ में आ गया होगा when you related to your physical illness and your mental state. I'm not saying you're mentally ill, but mental state I'm talking about, right? So positive psychology is only going to help you build your immune system to cope up with what is happening outside, and you can still be happy, right? And we all want to be happy. I'm saying we all are happy unless we create those negative emotions and negative thoughts like fear, anxiety, procrastination, some habits we create or we cultivate. So these are the things that are responsible for us to deplete us of our happiness. हमारी खुशी को कम करने वाले हमारे ही सोच और हमारे ही विचार है, और कुछ बाहर का नहीं है, राइट? तो अगर हम ये अगर ये हम we start thinking on these lines, ये positive psychology होता क्या है? It increases your optimism, it increases the faith, it increases your patience and acceptance. तो यही virtues है जो हमारे अगर हमने increase कर दिए, suppose हमने हमारा patience level बढ़ा दिया, हमने हमारा tolerance बढ़ा दिया, हमने acceptance. Now acceptance is a very, हमको लगता है it is a very simple word, but वो नहीं है. You have to accept yourself, you have to accept others. When it comes to accepting yourself, what are we doing? Are you really accepting yourself? आप अपने आप को completely accept करते हो? Are you accepting yourself with your flaws? अपनी कमियों के साथ कभी अपने आप को accept किया है? नहीं. We become very critical, we become very judgmental to ourselves. हम अपने आप को, we want to be perfect. तो अगर हमारे से कुछ परफेक्ट नहीं होता है, वी स्टार्ट जजिंग आवरसेल्फ, वी बिकम वेरी वेरी क्रिटिकल. हम अपना सेल्फ एस्टीम नीचे कर देते हैं. वी स्टार्ट लेबलिंग आवरसेल्फ, आई एम नो गुड, ये मेरे से होगा नहीं, ऑल दिस ये हम शुरू कर देते हैं. तो इसमें होता क्या है कि हमारा जो इम्यून सिस्टम है वो कम होते जाता है, राइट? एंड वी डोंट वांट दैट. तो हमारा जो सोचने का तरीका है वो सब पूरा चेंज हो जाता है. तो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट हम अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट करें. वंस वी स्टार्ट एक्सेप्टिंग आवरसेल्फ कंप्लीटली कि भाई जो भी है आज मेरे से ये नहीं हुआ, वी ऑल आर वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस. अगर ये हम अपने आप को वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस करके रोज मेहनत करेंगे ना, वी स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन दोज लाइन, वी विल डेफिनेटली अचीव व्हाट वी हैव टू, एंड द जर्नी टुवर्ड्स द अचीवमेंट ऑफ गोल विल बी वेरी प्लेजेंट. जो हमारा जर्नी है ना लाइफ का, हमने बहुत अपने आप को बहुत बड़ा दे दिया है कि दिस इज द जर्नी, ये पर्पस है, ये बैटल है, जो भी है आपने लाइफ को जो भी डेफिनेशन दिया है, उस एक गोल से बी गोल तक पहुंचने के लिए की बीच की जो जर्नी है ना, वो बहुत प्लेजेंट हो जाएगी जब अपने आप को एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. when we learn accepting ourselves, हम दूसरों को एक्सेप्ट कर सकते हैं, वरना नहीं हो सकता है. अगर मैं अपनी ही गलतियों को नहीं एक्सेप्ट करूं, दूसरों की गलतियों को, हाउ विल आई बी एबल टू एक्सेप्ट? वी विल ऑलवेज बी क्रिटिकल, वी विल ऑलवेज बी जजमेंटल. एंड यही सब छोटी छोटी चीजें, these are the small things, small mistakes that we make on a daily basis, which is depleting us of our happiness. Positive psychology हमको क्या help करता है? How does it help here? How does it intervene here? When we get into that positive part of psychology is हमको, it will help us develop acceptance, it will help us develop empathy. ये जो virtues होते हैं ना, good qualities बोलते हैं, हमारे में होनी चाहिए. Patience होना चाहिए, tolerance होना चाहिए, empathy होनी चाहिए. What is empathy? Empathy is keeping yourself in somebody else's shoes. अपने आप को दूसरों की जगह पे रख के देखो. If somebody is not behaving well with you today, आज कोई तुम्हारे से अच्छे से बात नहीं कर रहा है, पॉसिबल है उसके लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा नहीं चल रहा है, उसका कुछ मूड ऐसा हुआ होगा, या उसके साथ आज कुछ गलत हुआ है, विच इज वेयर वो आज ऐसे बिहेव कर रहा है. बहुत होता है इन ऑफिस सर्कमस्टेंसेस आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. घर में भी होता है, इवन इन ऑफिसेस व्हेन योर बॉस और योर कलीग इज नॉट टॉकिंग प्रॉपर्ली विथ यू. I mean, on the first, if we get into that reacting mode, if we get into that reaction thing, what we will do is we will just snap at them. We will retaliate in the same language. If somebody is shouting at us, we will shout back. That doesn't solve our problem. So what do? We need to understand why that person is behaving in that particular way today. Because the person who is shouting, yelling, or not behaving well with you is definitely going through something. Something is bothering him, उससे कुछ bother कर रहा है, इसीलिए वो ऐसे behave कर रहा है. It could be work related stress, काम बहुत ज्यादा है, the person is not able to cope up with the work, he doesn't understand how to vent out. So what happens is he vents out his feelings or his emotions very differently with whomever he or she is interacting. We come across many people, behaving in this manner. Strangers also, if you see, if you enter a departmental store, if you go to a store, out of those 10, 15 people in the store, you will find one person is really irritated. He will try pushing somebody. He will try to break the queue. And, we don't know. But, I mean, on the first floor, you will think, doesn't he have manners? Usko samajh mein nahi aa raha hai ki sab ek queue mein hai. You also need to wait for your turn to come. But wo nahi samajh raha. So there is so much agitation in him or her. So we need to take a step back. Okay, if the person is behaving, there is no point arguing with that person and teaching him, you come in the queue. It doesn't make sense. You'll waste your energy. You lose your mind stability. So just let it be and understand. Okay, empathize with that person. Here comes the power of empathy. When you empathize with that person, you let the person behave the way he's behaving with a calm mind and not react. The opposite person will understand, realize that he is doing something wrong and he will change. So this is how you can bring that positive change in the people you are living with the friends who are dear to you, with the family for whom you are working so hard, and your loved ones. It could be your spouse, it could be your children, it could be your parents. So we need to inculcate it. ये हमको ये empathy और acceptance का जो virtues है वो हमको अपने life में डालना है. We have to bring it in action. सिर्फ सोचना नहीं है. बहुत बार क्या होता है ना, we just keep reading books. Read करके नहीं होता है. छोटे छोटे steps में you bring it. Now, while we are talking all this, that doesn't mean that we shouldn't have discussions on topics like uh, depression or anxiety. No. उसका भी जरूरत है. We need to deal with those negative emotions and help people going through those negative emotions in their life. So what does it mean? Okay, it means that, okay, you talk to them, you let them know that this is ye ho raha hai, and how are you going to come out? Give them the tools and the techniques which they can practice on their own when they have such emotional upheavals. When they are overwhelmed, people can practice those tools. Now, what are tools are very simple. I mean, when it comes to bringing in the positive psychology in play, or bringing those psychological tools in action to give you more happiness, tools are very simple. Mindfulness, we all keep hearing. What is mindfulness? Living in the present moment. Be where you are today. Today you're attending this session. If you're thinking about what's going on outside, or what India-Pakistan match, I think that match is going on today. So if you're thinking about it, you're not being here, right? So might as well watch the match and then attend the session. So all I'm saying is, if you're thinking about the past or the future, which is not, neither of it is in your control. So if you're thinking about it, you're not living in the present, and you're not being mindful, and you're not aware what thoughts are going on. Mindfulness only emphasizes that you need to be aware what is going on in your mind. Only then you will be able to accept it, change it, and live a better life and be happy. That's the whole idea, right? We all want to be happy. वो खुशी रहना है. कोई एक इंसान ऐसा हमें नहीं मिलेगा जो बोलेगा मुझे खुश नहीं रहना. सबको खुशी चाहिए, सबको शांति चाहिए, सबको पीस, लव, सब चाहिए. बट व्हाट आर वी डूइंग? हम क्या क्रिएट कर रहे हैं? क्यों क्रिएट कर रहे हैं? कुछ भी हम अपना वो नेगेटिव इमोशन का क्रिएशन बंद करेंगे ना, खुशी तो अपने आप होगी. एंड दिस इज हाउ योर साइकोलॉजिकली हाउ योर ब्रेन फंक्शन. जब भी ब्रेन में हम ये छोटे छोटे वर्च्यूज हैं, छोटे नहीं, लेट मी करेक्ट माई सेल्फ, बड़े वर्च्यूज हैं, स्मॉल थिंग्स जैसे एक्सेप्टेंस, एम्पैथी बोल दो, वो सब जब भी हम इंग्रेन कर लेंगे ना, these positive qualities of human nature we all have, वो हमारे सबके पास है. We all have love, we all have peace, calm, सब हमारे अंदर है. It's just that in the hustle bustle of life, वो सारे जो good qualities या good virtues है ना, they are buried inside. Just start meditating. I would always say one of the tool of practicing positive psychology and reaping the benefits of it is mindful breathing, mindfulness. What is mindful breathing? Just focus on your breath. Yes, we all have heard. There are so many videos you get, for online meditating videos. So उसमें होता क्या है? You have guided meditation. Either a tune will be playing, some soft music, or there will be someone who will be guiding you on few things, and then you meditate. If you do not want to do that, just focus on your breathing. And focused breathing in itself is a kind of meditation. Inhale, hold your breath, and exhale. Inhale 4 counts. Start with 4 counts of holding and 3 counts of exhaling. So inhaling has to be more, holding of your breath has to be more than that, and exhaling has to be less. You can start with 4, 3, and 3. Then you can slowly increase to 8, 7, and 3. It could be 8, 10, and 3. I mean, you can always work on yourself. So holding of your breath definitely increases and improves your lung power and the stability. And when you start focus meditation or the breathing techniques and meditation and all, you will see your mind is very, very calm. And the virtues which we talked about are part of positive psychology will come in play and will be in action all the while. You don't have to put an effort. आपको बिल्कुल एफर्ट नहीं डालना पड़ेगा जब आप रोज ये मेडिटेशन का माइंडफुल लिविंग का प्रैक्टिस करोगे ना, तो आपका एक सिस्टम ऐसा वो आपका रीप्रोग्रामिंग हो रहा है. ये जो हमारा ब्रेन होता है ना, उसका सॉफ्टवेयर हार्डवेयर दोनों होता है, राइट. जैसे आप कभी आपके कंप्यूटर में लैपटॉप में है, आज जैसे मेरा लैपटॉप का कुछ सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम हो गया, जूम नहीं चला, तो आई एम रिक्वायर्ड टू डू दिस सेशन ऑन फोन. आई डोंट नो हाउ इट्स गोइंग टू बी, बट होता है. Software and we were struggling. Pankhuri team was very kind with me. They did, they showed so much of patience. I'm really thankful to them. I'll figure out क्या है. But yes, होता है. Software में भी program होता है. So that is it. हो जाता है. But if we work and reprogram कर देंगे, rewire कर देंगे, there is always a way out. There is always कि ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ भी हो जाए वो हमारे से होगा नहीं, गलत होगा. No, it doesn't work. सब हो सकता है. Only thing you need patience. You need to be persistent. And ये हम बहुत बार सुनते हैं कि अगर if you get a panic attack, आपको focus on your breathing, count backwards 10, 9, 8, 7. Yes, ये सब these are SOS. सेवा souls होता है ना, we have heard so much. These are SOS techniques कि वो particular time पे अगर आपको कुछ हो रहा है, you're feeling panicky, सांस फूल रही है, you become breathless, you can definitely count 10 to 1 backwards or focus on breathing. But why do you want to get on to that level? Why can't you just make meditation, mindful breathing, exercising your habit? When you make all these things your habit, मतलब daily routine में कर दीजिए ना. We need water to drink, right? हमको पानी चाहिए होता है. We drink water every day. We eat a food every day. We need proper sleep, right? So same way, अगर ये हम exercising, meditation और being mindful of what is going on, mindful thinking करेंगे ना, ये सब जब हमारी habit हो जाएगी, lifestyle हो जाएगी ना, तो ये we will not get into these negative situations. कभी भी नहीं होगा. Now again going back to negative situations नहीं होगा. But let me tell you one. अगर suppose if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling low, that doesn't mean कि वो नहीं होना है. This positive psychology doesn't emphasize, कभी भी ये नहीं बोलता है कि आपको negative emotions नहीं आने चाहिए. Negative emotions आएंगे. We are humans, right? Negative emotion किसको नहीं आते हैं? Tell me, who doesn't feel sad or doesn't feel bad? Somebody who is worried, जो नहीं रहा है उसको कोई emotion नहीं आएगा, उसको कुछ feeling नहीं होगा. We are living beings. हम living beings है तो हमको जीना है ना. तो हम beings हैं, doings नहीं बनना है. तो when we are living here, हमको सारे emotions आएंगे, and which is very normal. इसमें कुछ गलत नहीं है. Now, if I'm saying, अगर मैं बोल रही हूँ कि हमें पॉजिटिव रहना है, पॉजिटिव साइकोलॉजी को, हैप्पीनेस को हमको एम्फसाइज करना है, दैट डजंट मीन हमको दुखी नहीं होना. दुख होगा, किसी के बिहेवियर पे हमें तकलीफ होगी, ठीक है, हो रही है, विच इज परफेक्टली ऑल राइट. यू फीलिंग सैड, प्लीज कराए. रोना आ रहा है, रो लीजिए. इफ देयर इज समथिंग दैट इज बॉदरिंग यू, प्लीज वेंट इट आउट. बट इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि ये जो हो रहा है दैट इज एंड एंड ऑल. नो, एक्सप्रेस इट. अगर कोई नेगेटिव थॉट, नेगेटिव फीलिंग आ रही है, डोंट सप्रेस इट. उसको जितना सप्रेस करेंगे ना, उतना वो वोल्केनो की जैसे बाहर आए. एंड विच इज नॉट गुड फॉर यू एट एनी पॉइंट इन लाइफ. कुछ भी इमोशन हो, गुस्सा हो, आई एम नॉट सेइंग गुस्सा है तो जाके किसी पे भी चिल्लाओ. गुस्सा भी आ रहा है किसी के बिहेवियर पे, बुरा भी लग रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, यू डोंट लाइक मेनी थिंग्स. वो भले ना अपनी फैमिली हो या अपने बच्चे हो या पेरेंट्स हो, कभी कभी कुछ करते हैं अच्छा नहीं लगता, वी डोंट लाइक इट. तो उनको बोल दीजिए, अपने अंदर मत रखिए, बट फाइंड अ वे टू कम्युनिकेट इन अ राइट वे विद देम. द राइट टाइम, सही टाइम पे सही तरीके से उनको कम्युनिकेट कर दीजिए. इफ यू फीलिंग सैड, प्लीज कम्युनिकेट, टॉक टू अ फ्रेंड. आई ऑलवेज टेल एंड आई रिक्वेस्ट पीपल, if you find somebody who is not the same, or if you find anybody who is not in the right frame or not behaving the way he or she was behaving generally, थोड़ा भी आपको चेंज लग रहा है उसके बिहेवियर में, टॉक टू हिम और हर. देयर इज समथिंग दैट इज बॉदरिंग देम. अगर आपको, इफ यू आर द वन who's going through some emotions, some emotions है जो आपने दबा के रखे हैं, you're not able to, you have not expressed अभी तक. अगर आपने किसी को एक्सप्रेस नहीं किया है, ठीक है, अभी तक सप्रेस कर दिया, इट इज ओके, बट नाउ फाइंड समबडी. इफ यू नो, व्हाई डू वी एम्फसाइज, हम लोग सोशल कम्युनिटी को क्यों एनकरेज करते हैं? when you have people around you, you will be able to find somebody जिसके साथ you can build a rapport and communicate and get that positive energy or that positive vibration, then vent it out and optimize your positivity in yourself. So if you are the one who is suppressed, or if you find, please go ahead and talk. Don't suppress it, bol do. And it's nothing wrong. But what happens is, एक बार बोलने के बाद, don't make it a habit. Fair enough, something went wrong, I felt bad. Don't keep blaming people for that. You are not, see, pain hota hai, we all have pain, but the suffering is our creation, right? Now I'll give you a very simple example. If I cut my hand, I mean, few days back, of course, I did fall down, I had a fall and I had injured my leg, but yes, fall was there, pain tha, but suffering I create, right? If I keep looking at the wound, agar mujhe kuch laga hai haath, if I've cut my hand, there is pain, definitely. But how much pain I allow it, how much suffering I allow is in my hand. मैं जितना वो pain के बारे में, वो उनको देख देख के, if I keep thinking about it continuously, I'm increasing my suffering. So that pain is not responsible. So I can't blame the hand, I can't blame the knife or the place where I had a fall or the knife which cut my hand. No. Similarly, if people are not behaving rightly, in the right way, right according to you, अगर वो आपके साथ सही तरीके से नहीं बिहेव कर रहे हैं, एंड इफ यू फीलिंग बैड, आपको दुख हो रहा है, और ये आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है, फेयर इनफ, आ रहा है, दैट इज एन इमोशन विच इज ओके, आ रहा है, बट स्टॉप ब्लेमिंग द अदर पर्सन. दैट पर्सन बिहेव द वे ही और शी थॉट वाज राइट. द एंगर, द frustration, the sorrow, or whatever negative emotion is your creation. Start accepting yourself, start accepting, take accountability of what is going on, what you're feeling at the moment. When you become accountable, आप जब ये वो responsibility ले लोगे ना कि वो जो emotion negative हो रहा है मेरा creation है, you will be able to work on it and come out of it. And ये सब में when will you realize, आपको कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये जो मैं सोच रही हूँ या जो फील कर रही हूँ मेरा गलती है? When you're living in the present moment. So you understand, आपको समझ में आ रहा है कितना important है to live in the present moment. अगर हम प्रेजेंट मोमेंट में होंगे तो ही हमें पता चलेगा कि हम क्या सोच रहे हैं, क्या फील कर रहे हैं, उसको चेंज करने की जरूरत. फ्रेंड्स, we are running short of time today, so we will have to cut it here. But then there is so much more to talk about, and we will see अगर हम यही टॉपिक को दोबारा in a different way, if we can add more things. So just to sum it up, positive psychology is a science. It is nothing, ऐसा कुछ नया नहीं है, and it is not wrong. We have psychiatrists and we have the part of psychology that deals with negative emotions, like people with depression, anxiety, panic attack, etc. So that is one segment that talks about it. And positive psychology emphasizes on the positive emotions like love, joy, happiness, and all. How do we cultivate? हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? By some few techniques like living in the present moment, mindfulness, and creating virtues, and making these virtues very strong, like empathy, acceptance, compassion, self-love. And when we do all these, we will be in a better position. So suppose if you know someone, or if you at any point have gone through depression or something, and you have come to that zero level, you're no longer depressed. But when you inculcate or you practice this positive psychology tools, from 0 you will go to 1 to 5, 1 to 6, and that is where we all want. We all are happy. It's not that we're not happy. We all are happy, but we want to be happier. Now, happier not as compared to our neighbor or a friend, happier to what we were yesterday. So what is my happiness quotient as compared to yesterday? If it was 8 yesterday, I have to be 10 today, and it has to be 12, right? So wishing you a very happy weekend, friend, and have a great day. And please, please be happy and always think positive. Yeah. Bye.